Hi, welcome back to Your Future, Your Finances. Again, I'm your host, Brian Kuhn. Today we're talking with Ralph Serpe. He is Vice President Development of the Baltimore Community Foundation. Okay, good. Welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about a tax credit program and a program called Endow Maryland.
Right. Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us a little about yourself first.
Well, I'm with the Baltimore Community Foundation. I'm the Vice President of Development there, and we help people be generous in Baltimore and beyond. And I also work with 15 other community foundations across Maryland through the Maryland Community Foundation Association. And so anyone who's listening can work with a local community foundation and someone like me to help their philanthropy.
And it's through a program called Endow Maryland. What's Endow Maryland?
Well, Endow Maryland is a new state tax credit in Maryland that rewards people, donors, who make a gift to permanent endowments at community foundations across the state.
Okay.
So when they make a gift of between $500 and $50,000, the state will give them a 25% tax credit, not a tax deduction, but a tax credit.
That's a good one.
It is. And what's really great about a tax credit in Maryland is that you don't have to be a federal itemizer. You don't have to itemize on your federal taxes in order to take advantage of that tax credit. So the ceiling of, or the baseline of a $500 gift makes it accessible to many people to take advantage, even if you're not itemizing your charitable deductions. You can take that tax credit in Maryland.
Good. And not to get too far into taxes, but credit dollar for dollar off of the tax due as opposed to deduction being lowers your income.
Correct.
So see a tax advisor, but credits are the good kind.
Yes.
So how long has the credit been around? What was the thinking behind it?
Well, the credit started on January 1st of 2015. It was, it's with us because of legislation that was passed in May of 2014.
Okay.
And so it's permanent law in Maryland. Endow Maryland is permanent, and each year the law allows for $250,000 in tax credits to be made available across the state. And you would think that those tax credits would be gobbled up quickly, but because of the upper limit on gifting and the lower limit, $500 to now $50,000, the tax credit is still available. And as of January 1st of 2016, another $250,000 in tax credit will be available for people.
And this is, not to take a step back, but I want to understand, you said other associations, so it's not just Baltimore, it's all over Maryland and Montgomery County where we're airing?
Absolutely. So it's through your local community, Maryland Community Foundation. And there are 15 community foundations across the state, and in order for the community foundation, your local community foundation, to offer this tax credit, they need to be certified under national standards for U.S. community foundations, and most community foundations in the state are, including the one here in Montgomery County. And they also need to have applied to offer this tax credit to their local community.
And what are they looking to attract or do with the money?
Well, Endow Maryland, as the name would suggest, is about creating permanent endowments in local communities across Maryland. So the local community foundations are charged with building a permanent civic endowment for a local community. They grow an endowment. They're public foundations. They make public grants. If viewers go to mdcommunityfoundations.org, they could see the list of community foundations across the state, find their local community foundation, and when you discover what your community foundation is doing in terms of the grant making that it's doing, you'll see that they're really in touch with and in tune with your local community. So in places like Baltimore, we are focused on education and neighborhoods. And within education, we use Endow Maryland dollars to focus on school readiness, school effectiveness, and school leadership. And in neighborhoods, we work to keep neighborhoods safe, clean, green, and vibrant. In Frederick, they're focused on scholarships and making sure that students have an opportunity for college and career after high school. On the Eastern Shore, And in Southern Maryland and here in Montgomery County, the issues can be the same or they can be environmental, historic preservation. It really depends on what the community needs are. What Endow Maryland will help is to encourage people to give to their local community endowment that's in control of their local community. And then each year, a portion of those dollars will be spent in grants out to the community.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, what would be an advantage to someone in a local community to give, but it seems like you have a chance to actually see the money going to work.
Absolutely. And you get, even though it's an endowment and those gifts, that gift will be generating income for your community forever, those grants will be made this year, next year, 10 years, and 100 years. So you'll know that gift is going to be put in place today, tomorrow, and forever. And we want to hold on to generous people in Maryland. And there's a lot of pressure for people once they retire to move out of state, especially if if they've enjoyed putting dollars into their retirement funds tax-free. Once those dollars come out, the state wants to get some tax from it. And that encourages people to move to other states like Pennsylvania, where retirement income isn't taxed when it comes out. And we want to find ways to hold on to generous people, people that are connected to their local communities, and people, and people who want to support local nonprofit organizations.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, let's cut to a break. Lots more to cover about the program and what it does. Sounds like a great opportunity. You're watching Your Future, Your Finances. We're talking with Ralph Serpe of the Baltimore Community Foundation. And we'll be right back.